personal favorite interpretation of degrowth would be that we are against growth fetishism. So not against growth, but against growth fetishism. What do I mean with that? I mean with that we always want to grow no matter what, under all circumstances, unconditional. That means growth, economic growth, GDP growth, has first priority. And I think that's wrong. There is no good reason to set GDP so high in the ranking of all our aims. Why? Because GDP has been criticized now over and over again by psychologists, by economists, as not being a good proxy of social welfare, of progress. So I would send a message to economists and politicians: relax about growth, relax about GDP. GDP is not so important. We can be happy, we can have full employment without GDP growth. There are no theories that support the counter view. So economists should really relax about GDP, and we will have less barriers, fewer barriers against good policies, I think.
That's great. And how do you think that can be communicated to the general public? I mean, you talked quite a lot about advertising in your presentation. It's a difficult concept to try and sell, though, I think.
Well, first of all, we have to change education, and we have to change the way the media deal with these issues, because that's the way people get information, that's the way our kids get influenced, that's the way economic students and other students get their information in education. And I think there's too much the dogma in education and in the media that GDP growth is good. And things are changing, so maybe the young kids of nowadays will, when they grow up, be more critical of GDP than this generation. It takes time. Changing minds is not something that you can do overnight. I think we have to be patient in that sense. And as a social scientist, I realize very well that I cannot change minds so quickly, but it is my objective. What I worry about, though, is that we need quick change. Climate change is going so fast, we need quick changes. And I also like to believe in fundamental changes of our society, as some degrowth people suggest, but I think we have to be pragmatic, have very simple solutions that can work in 10 years from now. Otherwise, climate change will overtake us. We need to be faster than climate change, and I think we need to be pragmatic, realistic, very much. Idealism is healthy, and it's also good that there is a diversity of strategies, that there are people who will also try out more radical ideas, but I don't think they will reach the masses. I don't think they will change the majority of people. The majority of people will be reached by good policies that are systemic, that will cover the whole system. For instance, a ban, well, that's somewhat extreme, but regulating advertisement is absolutely important. We are all bombarded with information that certain goods and services are imported, are making us happier, or that our old products are not good enough anymore, which is not necessary. This is brainwashing for private profit reasons. We don't allow that at the social level. The government cannot brainwash us, but private companies can do that. And I think that should be finished, and it's very difficult to do this. This would already be a major breakthrough if we could regulate marketing and advertisement, I think.
Thanks very much.
Okay, you're very welcome.